Hello.
What is this?
What is this? This is No Logic Race on SpeedGaming 2.
Oh my god, no logic race. Yeah, this is game 2. This match.
That's correct. Chexhuman won the first game.
Yes, this match is quite deep in the tournament bracket. There's not much no logic remaining.
This
Soon
is
will be
losers semis?
once again. I think so.
Yeah. Winner of this plays. Oh, we are off to the races. All right, we have a Link's House start from MrByer and a Sanctuary start from Chex. And I think we've been having some trouble on the SpeedGaming backend, but we'll get switched over to the scene that you are expecting soon, I'm sure.
Probably some relatively normal openers. I think these guys usually do the same thing every time. MrByer will do some swimming and then Chex will go to the mountain.
Yeah. I don't know MrByer's opening. Chex likes to do this Lost Woods and Dark World loop to rescue the old man and go to Graveyard Ledge. Oh, bombs on the crab is really nice.
It's nice to see, for sure.
And a red rupee to top it off.
The thing about these routes is they're gonna kind of end up doing... They're gonna swap eventually. Chex will do the swimming stuff and MrByer will do the mountain stuff. But Chex usually likes to do Zora while he's doing that. And MrByer is not gonna have the rupees.
Right.
Unfortunately. Unless he gets really, really lucky, which is unlikely. And even then, a lot of people would not do Zora anyway. Because we are greedy.
Bottles or rupees are often used for potions because drinking potions is a way to perform powerful glitches. So depending on what other items they find, they may end up needing to buy a lot of potions. Yeah, this swim to Ice Red Cave and then Zora or Flipper Chex, it's good. It's a good way to get some overworld out of the way really early in the game, but it does basically commit you to never checking Zora, which is the main drawback of it. But most players don't consider that a significant drawback.
A lot of seeds you don't need the rupees, but when you do need the rupees, you really, really need the rupees. And
Yeah,
500 is just a lot.
Yeah, for sure. MrByer taking the Sank Chex now. I know Chex likes to put off CAC. I'm pretty sure MrByer also likes to put off CAC, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Didn't look like either of them have found anything exciting yet.
No, I haven't seen anything. A lot of bombs.
That is exciting in its own right, in no logic.
Yeah, it does make the Graveyard Ledge play a little less exciting, though.
Yeah.
Well, maps are good. Check's gonna continue to Houlihan, get some rupees to pay off Zora. And then, with absolutely nothing to his name, I wouldn't be surprised if he just went to CAC, but you never know.
Yeah. When you don't have a weapon or anything else, it's kind of hard to continue to justify putting off Kakariko when everywhere else is just dangerous. Yeah. Impossible to do.
Yeah.
if you find a sword or a hookshot early, it makes traversal to a lot of other areas just quite a lot simpler. And you can see Kekri could played for a long time.
Chex is going to go to Saha first, which is just a 3-chest play. Byer following Chex up doing the Lumberjack DMA. Sorry, DMA stands for Death Mountain Ascent. That was Green Pendant Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock indeed. That is...
Oh!
Oh, a lamp.
And a scene switch. So lamp is very strong in no logic. So is scene switching, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, Byer.
And also Pendant Turtle Rock. Quite powerful.
Yes.
There's one of the very few hard item requirements that we can have is the requirement to kill Trinax, and that needs the rods just all the time.
Byer deliberately trapping himself in the cage to die to the Moldorm faster. That's funny. Gloves are a nice find. They're not important, really, but they're nice to have.
Yeah, gloves needed to beat the seed, but they give you access to a lot of other checks and routing efficiencies.
Yeah. We're gonna do some more Death Mountain stuff. Chex is taking a south route up to CAC, I guess. Wait, what was that in Spec Rock? Spec Rock Cave.
Key, I think.
Oh, okay.
Which we're getting, kind of surprisingly, but yeah, the key's not very necessary. But some of them are very useful to have.
Chex appears to have found Ether, which we can see on his timer.
Yes. That is one of the useful small keys, actually. The desert one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chex does this weird Kakariko stuff. I think sometimes he just save and quits from blindside.
I have seen that, yeah. I don't know. I don't really know why he prefers that over doing a top to bottom route into desert, but nothing wrong with it, really. So what our runners are looking for really are bottles and swords. Oh, the bow's pretty nice. Any kind of weaponry is good. Swords are extra good, and bottles are super good. We'd also like to see, Moon Pearl, Flippers, Red Cane, Mirror, but so far it's just pretty thin on the ground.
Yeah, the bow is really nice.
Bow's a pretty good weapon and also a pretty good glitching item, depending on what else we find. I think we can. I guess we can already overworld conveyor.
Well, not quite.
Well, no, we need sparkles.
Yeah. Once we have really a sword is kind of the big thing, and then a hookshot as well will give the runners quite a lot of options with regards to hook pushing and just in general. Moving around with the sword and hookshot is a lot better than moving around without the sword and the hookshot.
It's true. Oh,
hey,
speak of the devil. Sword and rupees. I'm guessing we're going to see a South Shore play very soon from Chex.
Yes, probably. Yeah, here's a saving queen. So no desert play, but everything else for now.
Oh, he's actually going to the mountain first.
Yeah, probably Hera and Paradox.
Yeah, that seems good.
A lot
could even
better once you have a sword.
Yeah, East Death Mountain is pretty good right now too.
Oh, MrByer went to the fairy drop down. He has the glove. He gets the whole hand for free, but he used the hole that's further away.
How embarrassing. Chexhuman getting to do Hera with like 4 sword slashes instead of 11 bombs. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, actually getting this item. Not surprisingly not a very useful item, but having it done is a nice peace of mind.
Byer is going to do... Yeah, Byer's going to do bomb South Shore to put off CAC a little bit more.
It's a little rough, but sometimes with these no logic seeds, you really get experience doing South Shore with absolutely nothing.
Yeah. He will probably... Well, I don't know what he'll do. He already did Ice Rod Cave and stuff, so he might Fake Flipper to buy a bomb upgrade after doing Mini Moldworm Cave, which is kind of good because you get pretty much the full 15 bombs at that point because you use all your bombs killing the Moldworms.
Yeah. MrByer will probably also get 20 bombs because he likes buying it twice.
He does like buying it twice.
He's gonna...
Chexhuman, speaking of buying things twice, is getting a bottle.
Yes. He can possibly buy many things twice now.
Yeah. Not that bottle, unfortunately.
One thing that's a little unfortunate about this Mini Moldworm Cave is that he would really like to do a door juke after this, but that's probably... It often takes health, and it does take bombs, so...
He's getting this close on bombs. Alright, that double was good.
Yeah, he's good now, but...
He's fine to do the juke, actually.
Yeah, he is. You can do it without taking damage, but it's a lot worse.
Yeah. Ice Palace Small is totally useless. I guess that's not literally true, but it's 99.74% useless.
Yeah, you never need it.
Man, Chex is so
He's
rich.
So rich, yeah. Some camera correction for King's Tomb from Bio. Just some rupees.
Another sword?
Another sword.
I have a question, Tam.
Yes.
Can we dupe that sword?
Why, yes, we can. This... Wow, that was actually a lot of items.
Ice Rod is not that good, but it's something, I guess. Shovel
nice
is probably
to have
nothing.
So that you're not looking for it later.
Well, but we already know Pendant, Turtle Rock.
Oh, that's right. Well, in that case, it's good for misloading.
Yeah, but we already have a sword.
Yeah.
And lamp.
I
mean, you know. It's, yeah, maybe Chex will forget that he has the lamp and do a... Maybe he'll want to do a slot 6 hookshot later for some reason. Good for fighting Lambo, that's true, yeah. I forgot about that.
A thing that is possible. There's a handful of ways to dupe any given item, really. Oh, there's methods of essentially just writing flags that you didn't get the item to get items multiple times. That one in particular in Paradox Cave is done with a particularly involved glitch, I guess, that we might not see. But... And yeah, potentially with a Pendant Turtle Rock, this is approaching Go Mode. As strange as it is to say.
We
need something. We need some bottles or hookshot.
There's no way this is Go Mode with one bottle, but yeah.
No, this isn't Go Mode right now. But
I'm not going to do the math, but I would guess that a second bottle is Go Mode.
I think a second bottle is. I think hookshot is. I think
for
Keen might be. Skullwoods is a bit of a problem.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But there are a lot of items that we can find that make that not the case anymore. And obviously the fact that we're Master Sword, Silverless, 4 hearts, it's unlikely to see either of them start Go Moding anything anytime soon, but...
No, of course not, because it's going to take an hour before they find a second bottle somehow.
Yes, that's true. But don't be surprised if we start seeing some slower checks start getting not done in a seed like this. It feels like Go Mode can strike at any time. Pyre is probably going to continue this Kakariko play into Desert, which Chex did not do. He doesn't have a bottle. He has almost nothing, actually.
Yeah, Pyre.
He's about to find a lot of things, but...
As Tom, sorry, you're Tam. As Tom just said, he did an incredible job of going where the items weren't.
Yeah. It was distracting how different the trackers were looking. Yeah, he's getting stuff now. He has a sword. Can't do that much from desert. He would like a bottle or something for that.
Yeah. Never go to desert without a bottle.
Or a mirror.
Right, or the cane or something. I don't know what Chex is going to do now that the world is his oyster.
Probably Zora, and then...
Well, right, Zora, but...
I would expect... Ideally, you would want to
Hyrule
go...
Castle?
Yes, you would want to go to Pod in Cave State, but we would like a key that would help us open big doors in Cave State.
It would be really reasonable to just be like, you know what, I'm probably one item from Go Mode, I'll just skip the big chest.
It would be tempting, but I think skipping escape has been the downfall of many a runner.
That's true. You could also do, I know, yeah, I know Malmo likes to do front of pod only and just come back for the back later if she feels like she needs items from it. So you could do something like that where you just loot the front of pod and kill Helmasaur and come back, or think about coming back later.
Yeah. The problem is right now there isn't actually a ton of things to do. Really, I mean, you could do Thieves Town. That probably will also require getting a Cave State key.
Doing oh, nice flute. That's handy. Doing escape into Thieves Town is like pretty top of mind for me in this situation.
Yeah. Fire doesn't have the option yet, though, without the bottle.
Yeah, he does. He has bombs.
Okay. He has
plenty of bombs.
Right. He does have a lot of bombs. Okay, Chex the one with more options now with the bottle. Expect to see him buy a potion pretty soon and use it somewhere.
I do expect that. He could also do the auto door juke here, which would take him to pyramid screen, and then he could transition back and do escape that way. I'm sorry, Malmo. I tried to talk him into it, but he wasn't listening because that would be cheating.
And you realized he forgot to buy a potion. So. If he had the potion, he would have done it.
You're right.
MrByer doing the very rare open the desert key door to get to the items on the right side of desert.
Oh, yeah.
It's strange since normally he loves doing quadrant glitches.
Only ones that require the sword.
Yeah. Opening this door is good for reasons that aren't speed.
Oh my god.
Oh, another bottle. He could have juked that one, I think. He can't now, but he could have, potentially.
I know we looked into this and didn't figure it out. Maybe he could have.
I said something once about it that was wrong, but I think before you collect it, you can just do the normal reward item juke.
Like you take it up, YBA, pick it up, and then leave the screen and come back?
Yeah, that.
That's probably right.
Nice.
Check's going into desert here?
Yeah. He did not buy any potion. He got the blue one from Dig Spot. But the blue one is not super useful in desert. So I don't think he really has much to do from here.
Yeah.
He could do some band glitches, but I don't think he will.
You never know, but it's not what I would expect. He could use it to fake flute to the potion shop and replace the bottle.
That is true.
Actually, he would fake flute to 3, activate the flute, and then flute to 2. That's the play. It's Master Sword 5 Hearts Go Mode, but it's Master Sword 5 Hearts Blue Mail Go Mode. So actually they're invulnerable. There's nothing to worry about.
Blue Mail will help a lot. Hopefully.
Blue Mail, sorry.
Yeah, the Blue Mail, yes, I said it. The Blue Mail will help. But yeah, with the second bottle, it's really looking like Chex is like kind of potentially one glitching item and one health or like execution item away from just being able to comfortably beat the seed. There's surprisingly little that can stand in his way.
Oh, Chex is a walk to the pixel guy. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, he didn't get the key from Spectral Rock,
No.
so he has to do this. MrByer is going to escape. Does not have a bottle yet.
Is there a way to sub to super tile YBA to land mode? There's not, right? He can't make this happen.
The super tile balls are on the right.
Yeah, that sucks. Byer's doing an escape play for us. Sorry?
Yes. I don't think it's a bad idea to put off Landmire with basically no crystal info right now. It's kind of slow, which is a little surprising, but
I mean, I would do it if I had a potion, a green potion or whatever, but I wouldn't feel bad about not doing it either. Byer's checking Uncle first before heading into escape, unless I just blacked out for like 6 minutes of gameplay, which means that he's not planning on coming to Thieves Town now.
Well, he would have to juke. And even though he has a lot of bombs, he doesn't have a lot of health.
That's true, actually. I'm also not sure if he's comfortable or familiar with... Oh, wow, there's the mid-pearl. Okay, this is such a free seed.
That really helps, yeah. It doesn't help with a lot of things, but it does just help getting around, and it also helps with just doing some easy dense checks in the Dark World. So,
yeah.
Nice to see. I don't think it really...
It makes stuff
uses
like...
the go mode in terms of like actually doing things with less items, but it will speed a lot of things up.
It doesn't open anything up, but it makes it like stuff like opening Mire is just like so much simpler now.
It doesn't really give him access to anything, but it removes a potion requirement from basically anything that he wants to do.
Yeah. You want another potion, Chex?
I think he's keeping his blue one.
Why? He just got Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
That's like infinite blue potions.
That's true.
I'm not sure what he has in mind. Maybe he just has a super tile YBA in mind, and he'll just use it for that.
He'll be using it for speed. It's a less useful version of a fake flute, but... I mean, he also... If he's facing a 2-bottle go mode, he's going to be buying a lot of potions. And there are YBAs that he can use a blue for, so it could just be a...
He could use it to unlock Hera, maybe.
Hera, yeah. He could use it in pod to go to Hera. He could use it... Nowhere else that's really coming immediately to mind, but I'm sure there are other uses that he can find to use a blue potion for. There's Ice Palace eventually.
Right. We'll just find the hammer along the way. Don't worry about it.
That's true, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how much of pod he actually does. He has the potential to skip some of the slower checks in here.
Yeah, I think I would be interested in skipping the whole back and just doing the front part. But I don't know. I think that going to the back and isolating the big chest, I guess it doesn't matter at this point. You have so much stuff, it's not going to be important.
Yeah, basically the thing that would be nice, other than the hookshot or the game, is just like swords. Finding a sword will really, really ease no matter like any go mode that you could possibly have.
Yeah, of course. Do you understand what's happening on Byer's screen?
I don't.
Okay.
But he might have thought he had a Hera key. Or he's... Saves coming something?
Oh, that might make sense. I'm not sure what though. Where are we going?
Cross?
Sure. Where was that lamp that Chex got? Oh, that was Saha, right?
Is he just farming bombs to get to 20?
I'm very confused. Map of Eastern, that's nice. Eastern
What
is
is that
actually
design?
one of the more annoying dungeons to do
It is, yeah.
without the big key.
And without hook pushing. Hook pushing makes it very trivial.
Yeah, hook pushing makes everything trivial.
Yeah. But Easton especially so.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It is a 2-room dungeon if you get the hook shot.
Chex could have actually done the right side in pod state here. Save and quit or death walk down.
Oh yeah.
He's not going to the back.
Yeah, this is just going to be a statue drag. So this is, I realize that we've been doing a very poor job of explaining glitches. We're just saying complicated things like, oh, he has a potion. Obviously, he can unlock Hera. So I'm going to actually explain this glitch a little bit. You can pull this statue, which I promise he's going to get back to in just a second. You pull this into the doorway, you store this pulling a statue state, and then you can use that to juke a door transition, and then some other stuff happens, and you end up in Helmasaur's room. Did I do a good job, Tam?
Worst one to start explaining because it's way more complicated than a lot, like pretty much anything else they've been doing. But
It
yeah,
is so complicated. I don't
he's
understand
gonna
how it works.
juke a door and then do some camera manipulation that will end up with him going to Helmslaw's room.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to the other side of this door without activating it, without like actually going through the door. Then we're gonna run down here, and so we're on the wrong quadrant of the room or something. And so we walk past this door also. And now we're like in the top half of the room. And then we're gonna take this door, this middle door, but it's not gonna. We're gonna take now. We're gonna take it again, and this time it's gonna be a super tile transition, and this takes us to Helmasaur's room. Oh my god! Look what Chex is doing.
Yeah, this is actually just like good. If you're, oh, he didn't get enough bombs down.
It's really hard because you have to do a bomb and then dust bomb while not facing the bomb, so you don't pick it up.
You can dust bomb.
That's
you
true.
just need one in slot 9.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little awkward when you're doing the bow and arrow one. It's much easier with the king, but yes, he was trying to miss slot a bomb, which is a process that would take a while to explain, but it would cause the bomb explosion to stay on screen more or less indefinitely. He has the option to extend the duration of the bomb explosion, which would break Helmslaw's mask in just one bomb, ideally.
I think since I explained statue dragging so well, I think you should do an equally good job explaining mislotting.
I don't think I could match. No, hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot of mislotting because we would like to find the hookshot and do the cool versions of every single dungeon. That will involve a lot of mislotting, so hopefully we get the opportunity to discuss it at some point. And yeah, MrByer did find the mitts, which is another item that's not great, but you'll take them.
Alright, so that was crystals at Eastern, Hera, and Skullwoods.
Yes. Skullwoods is one we didn't really want to see. Oh my god! That's so unlucky.
I don't think that was the Skullwish's fault, was it? I don't know.
Maybe. It felt unlucky. We can blame the game instead of Chex.
Okay. You got trolled.
Yeah, exactly.
So Byer cleared out more stuff in Pod because he has continued up his skillful behavior of avoiding all the items.
Yes, MrByer likes doing something from Pod that will take him to Dark Death Mountain, and then because of the way that he ended up getting here, he'll be able to very quickly go from Dark Death Mountain to Light Death Mountain. It's just a little unfortunate that he is missing a handful of things from Paradox Cave.
It's a good route. He's just like getting pretty unlucky with the order he's doing checks.
Yeah, it's possible that he's doing extra checks because of not having the sword. Maybe he would do the checks anyway.
He doesn't have a bottle yet.
He does not have the bottle, is one of the big things.
He's still not even close to go mode. I mean, he must know that he's a sword and a bottle away from probably being in go mode, but you can't really be aggressive about skipping when you need 2 or 3 things.
Yeah, well, he's.
I don't think he has the green pendant info either.
He does not. He's a couple of minutes away from getting 1 sword and 1 bottle, which is good for him.
Yeah.
He is not a couple minutes away from getting the pearl, which was on.
Well, he could
probably.
go.
If he goes to Thieves Town, then he might end up being near the pearl.
Did he get sucked down those stairs?
Oh, he does. He does have the flute. I forgot about that.
He picked up the flute, which might pull him towards.
That's true. I did forget about that. I don't think he activated it yet.
Yeah.
And yet, I don't know what exactly happens when you get sucked down there. It's happened to me a handful of times, but I don't know why. But yeah, Chex is now going to do Pyramid Fairy.
Right.
With some swimming.
This is
he
the
was
easiest way.
Dangerously close to some bad transitions. But yeah, you could swim into Pyramid Fairy and then get a water walking state to dash back in, open the chests, find some bombs.
Are we going to Thieves Town from here? Or Village Bacchus? Looks like it, yeah.
I believe so, yeah. Or we're gonna not do that.
Nope. Alright.
You can tell where Chex is going. Not even Chex himself.
Buyer.
He's okay. Surely,
okay.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
I wasn't worried.
Yeah, neither was I. I was just putting on an act for the audience.
Yes, of course. No, that was very dangerous and scary. Check's going to escape. He still has his potion, I believe. So he can do some things that MrByer could not. We did get a crystal from Pod, which increases our crystal knowledge to 4 crystals. But not MrByer. I think that's his first piece of information.
Jeez.
So MrByer is from here. He's going to do some quadrant glitches. I say some because I think he's going to do more than just this one.
He does like doing this triple quadrant glitch here, yeah, to get the 3 checks in GT.
Mm-hmm. This first one will create, kind of break the transitions east-west, which means he can transition from Pod to Hookshot Cave, because obviously Hookshot Cave is to the right of Pod. We all know this. But he's also going to do some north-south quadrant glitches, which will break his transitions north-south and take him to GT, because obviously GT is north of Hookshot Cave.
Right, everybody knows both of those things. Yeah.
Yes. He will demonstrate it for those who might not have been aware, but...
Chex, meanwhile...
Check's getting his cave state key. I think he needs to go to Thieves Town. He needs a cave state key for that.
Oh, that's fair. I can't believe we don't have one yet.
Yeah, we have surprisingly little in the way of keys. Yeah. He does a big key, which can kind of be used as a surrogate Thieves Town key, but...
Yeah. I guess having all of the items and all of the keys at 33 minutes might be a little bit much to ask, but yeah.
Yeah, we only have 2 swords, 2 bottles, and a lamp and a bow and a master sword, and an ice sword.
We don't even have hook pushing yet. This game is a sham.
That's true.
So, a Tam sham. What Buyer is doing over and over again is releasing a spin on the same frame that he crosses the very center of a room, and that causes your quadrant to get updated twice instead of only once. And so you go from the north quadrant, and you're supposed to go to the south quadrant, but then you go back to the north quadrant. And so if your quadrant is not synced with like your actual coordinates in the game, then funny stuff happens, such as transitions taking you to GT.
Yeah, quadrant glitching is another glitch that we've done zero effort at explaining, but
I just did a little effort.
Yes, we got there eventually after 3 or 4 quadrant glitches, but yeah, it essentially just leads to some broken transitions, and we can use those to our advantage.
Is Buyer a hover god? I don't remember.
I don't believe so. Looks like he's not going for it. Yeah. Yeah, Chex is doing YBA. This is the first one, I think.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go from Uncle to Thieves Town, hopefully. Maybe he'll accidentally crash his game instead. Okay, he won't.
Why would he accidentally crash his game?
Because he would do a spin YBA after a fading transition.
Don't spin YBAs in that door just take you to Swamp?
Not if you have a fading transition that causes enough corruption that it crashes.
Huh.
So don't do that. If you want to do a spin YBA and you go through the door, you have to leave and go back in.
I guess
here's MrByer finally getting to Paradox Cave. Get his bottle and his sword.
Yeah.
Might be a little unhappy about this, but...
It doesn't feel great to see a bottle in such an easy location after 35 minutes.
That some people get before 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's been in a handful of places where he really wanted a bottle. He's going to be a little less happy about it when he finds the pearl as well.
Yeah. The nice thing is that, like, he did put this off a lot, but it's not crazy it's not impossible. The Chex also put it off. But on the other hand, like, there are 4 bottles. You find your first bottle at 35 minutes, you're probably like, well, okay. Even if my opponent didn't find this one, there's 3 more. So yeah, he's going to get his second sword and I guess Ice Rod, which he doesn't yet know is unnecessary.
Shovel, which leads to another bottle, was also
here. Right. Yeah. Chex, meanwhile, is going to defeat Blind in a moment in LSD state.
Yes. He's here in a cave, so if he kills Blind...
Nice.
That's a really, really nice item. Yeah, since Chex is in a cave, when he kills Blind, no prize will drop, so he'll be stuck. Unless he keeps the door open, which he will do with something known as LSD Blind. The reason for that name will be very apparent. And
what if he does Minecraft Blind instead, just to troll us?
He could do that.
He didn't.
He has no mirror. Unless this is a different blind that I'm not aware of.
I thought Minecraft Blind was when you... No, Minecraft Blind is when you mirror. I was thinking, because if you open the map, you get some other funny thing.
There's a lot of things you can do with Blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buyer gets his stuff. Chex was capable of opening the doors because of the Hyrule Castle key that he got. There's reasons for that. Game, when you're in a cave, the game doesn't really look at the correct things for determining if you have a big key. Some keys will let you use one.
Chex remembering that there's a bunny beam there and knowing where to stand to wait it out. I think that that's cheating. I don't think it's possible to do that if you're not on performance-enhancing drugs.
If you play enough rando, you get hit by all the bunny beams. You know where they are.
I think I play too much rando as is, actually.
No, you're right, actually. MrByer did.
Chex is at real risk of dying.
Oh,
here.
MrByer
This would be a really bad place to die.
Yeah, you don't want to die here because of being in the cave. Oh, MrByer wanted potions, but he can't actually get them because he didn't empty it. Unless he's gonna fake flip it back in again, which I think he is going to do. I mean, he has a lot of armor because of the upgrades.
True. Chex doesn't know the prize here, so this will be new info for us.
MrByer rewarded with another bead. Yeah, new info. It's kind of fine to do even if it's a pendant. It's one of the easier dungeons, so it's most people's first choice. Am I really seeing what I think I'm seeing on Mr. Byer's
Yes.
screen? Wow, I can't believe this.
All right, I have a question. What is Chex's path to completing Skullwoods with this gear?
Skullwoods is a problem, yes. You would have to do... There it is, it's dependent. It's always dependent when you don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chex has... It's possible for him to beat Skullwoods right now. It's difficult. You don't
It
want
requires
to beat
that
Skullwoods.
terrible swamp juke plus YBA and then the
Yes,
spin
it's
YBA to
actually-
get the crystal from somewhere or something.
Yes, it's a double YBA. And then a Duke, which is a lot of things
That's
you don't
right.
want to do back to back. I think you can get the prize with just Samaria, but I don't actually know if that's true.
I think
so
it's
spin
true.
YBA is another option. It might be true. A
But I
better
could never
option
remember.
is finding the mirror. That gives a much simpler path to Mothula.
It does?
Yes. With Blockbuster. Mr. Byer's
Oh,
trying
yeah.
the worst super bunny in the game. This is like practically impossible.
Wait. You can blockbust from Cave State Pod to Moth,
Yes.
right? Is that actually good?
Well, you need to get to Cave State Pod with sprites, which is the problem, but
Oh. Right. I'm sure Chex will figure it out.
yeah, it's possible. I feel like I knew a way, but then I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I've definitely been there, but I don't know. It's easy if you find the hook shot.
Yes. If we find the hookshot, we have no problems regarding Mothula there.
I know, that was the joke. It was really funny for anyone in the audience who didn't get it. Byre is going to get his lamp, and then I think he's going to do Eastern stuff.
It's possible, yeah. He has a version, which is good. He kind of really wishes he had the pearl. He doesn't know that it's easy for him to get, but
He is changing his mind. Okay. I thought, based on buying the potion, I mean, maybe he just wanted to buy a potion and check Saha. I was thinking that he might be planning on looting Eastern and heading to Meyer afterwards.
yeah, that looked decent. What he really wants is the extra stuff from Kakariko that Chex got. The bottle and the pearl. That will really give him a lot more options, because right now he's a little limited. Just one bottle and no pearl. He can do a lot of things, but they're all kind of awful.
This isn't awful, actually. This is a pretty reasonable choice.
Yeah, this is the best of the awful choices, and it's only really awful because we know that it's a pendant.
It's true that it turns out that it's a pendant and has nothing, but it's a good
Well,
play
it has
not
the
knowing that.
Cane.
Oh, it has the cane. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, the cane will help a lot. Chex is back in pod there, which is a little strange. He might just be using this in combination with unlocking Hera. Because with no hookshot, he needs to actually open the big door. There's Mr. Byer's cane. He doesn't realize it unless he auto tracks.
Oh, he realizes.
There, he sees it. Yeah. Chex not picking up all the rupees. I would pick up the rupees. 600 looks like a lot, but it's not really.
I mean, you're right.
The blue potion is finally getting use.
Who needs 4 rupees when you have skillfully saved your blue potion for 200 hours to do this YBA?
It's true. Hopefully not Chex. Mr. Byte also skillfully avoiding the bunny beam.
I know, everybody's cheating by knowing things that I don't.
It's so crazy that the top 4 runners of this tournament are good.
It's unbelievable. I think it should be banned.
Yeah. I should have tried it in my tournament races, but
Yeah, same.
yeah, his checks as a Hera unlock. We might also see a Swamp unlock. Swamp is actually
Yeah.
also a problem right now. Checks decides to save him crit instead.
It is?
Well,
Why?
it's not really, but it's like we don't have the flippers, which causes a lot of problems in Swamp. It's possible to get around them.
Doesn't cause any problems if you're
with
checks.
Yeah. There's a handful of people who it doesn't cause a lot of problems for. Unfortunately, I don't think MrByer is one of them.
I don't either.
So, for his sake, we really hope we find some better items for Swamp.
Yeah. I think Byer's best shot at winning this. He's not like dead by any means, but Chex has I guess he has most of the stuff Chex has now. But Chex has made a little bit more progress.
Chex is just doing things a little more efficiently.
Yeah.
Byer's done a handful of extra things that didn't really work out. And he didn't have the bottles for a long time.
Right. He will probably get his pearl soon.
Yes.
But we'll see.
I'm not sure about the second bottle. That's a little out of the way. But yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, if Byer finds a hook shot that Chex doesn't find, then that would be a really big swing.
Yeah, hookshot is the big ticket item right now. He also has the mitts, which
so does Chex.
Oh yeah, he just got them, right? Yes. Byer kind of does need, or would like, an item that helps speed him up in comparison to Chex. And hookshot is the big one of those.
Yeah.
Another bottle would be nice to get him back onto par.
Right. Mirror would be nice, but not as much. Tempered Sword would be really good.
Sword would have been great, yeah. Even silvers.
Yeah. Will Chex go to Byer? No.
We're actually, I just realized we're potentially not in go mode, actually. If we have to beat Ice Palace. We can't kill Gold Stair right now.
Oh. Wow.
That's one of the hardest things to remember about go mode in No Logic. You're like, oh, Pen and Rock, I can skip the rods. But sometimes you can't. We'll see.
Didn't Chex do Desert earlier?
Yes, he has the big key.
Oh, he found the big key somewhere.
Yeah. We might see normal Desert.
No, he wouldn't do that to you.
He might. I'm a little worried. But it's a little unfortunate for Chex because he has the big key of Desert, but he doesn't have the small key, which he kind of would really like.
The small key does help with... No, it doesn't help with anything with the red cane, really. I guess getting 2 Chex out of Swamp.
Well, you would... Yeah, that's true. You would like the door open, but it's not a necessity.
It's whatever.
If Chex does normal Desert, where he does the torches, it's probably indicating that he's not planning on using that door, but if he does want to use the door, maybe he'll spend a potion.
Does he have a potion right now?
I don't think so, actually. I don't think he bought one from Thieves Town.
I don't think so either. So he's probably just gonna do this normal Desert and then kill Argus.
Maybe.
No. He has other plans. Maybe he's just gonna kill Argus and come back for Landmo later. No, he must have
yeah, exactly. That's... Or he's just...
Yeah, there it is.
Fetching for fun, but...
Yeah. I mean, that does sound pretty fun.
There's a link to the boss test with a 4 fun ice run dash. But yeah, 2 boss fights. One of them was abandoned.
Huge dodging out of land Trollmas.
Yes, the ice rod is actually impossible to hit Landmer with. Chex. A little surprised.
What?
I kind of thought he might not want to pick this up.
What are you doing, Chex? You never grabbed this prize.
Yeah, it's actually a little.
Oh, Buyer. No, never mind. He was in fake light.
Yeah.
I thought
it's
that
a
was
little
telling us
surprising.
Buyer.
Yeah, it's not, unfortunately. It's a little surprising for Chex because he doesn't have a great way of getting to the front of Swamp with it flooded.
Okay, there's Buyer's Pearl.
Because Chex didn't unlock Hera, and he doesn't have the Hera Small that Buyer got from Ice Armors. He doesn't have a great way to the front of Swamp. He can unlock it with some conveying, but he can't have it flooded on the same trip.
Yeah, I'm surprised by collecting that prize.
Yeah.
Surprise on the prize, as it were.
Yes.
Where's Buyer going? And why is it to the shovel location? Oh, he found book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would like him.
Oh yeah, the
to do
Momo
shovel
super jump.
but... Yes. I don't know if Palmer found this glitch, but it's impossible to do the glitch and not shout out Palmer.
I agree.
She says she didn't come up with it, but too bad. It's ours now.
Yeah. Well, we can call it the Tam super jump if you'd prefer.
I do not prefer.
All right, it's the Tam super jump now.
Okay, MrByer is getting his bottle. This is good news.
That is good, yeah.
He's still a little bit behind in terms of having things completed, but a lot of the things, I mean, everything that Chex has done that Buyer hasn't done is pretty quick, so it shouldn't take him long to catch up or to find other things to do.
Yeah, I think Chex is ahead, but not like, running away with it or anything.
He's ahead, but only until Buyer finds any item that helps.
Yeah.
And then he can be sped up by so much that it will be difficult. For the equipment they have right now, it's just very awkward to do anything. And that looked like a crystal ice palace. If I
did it?
correctly. Which does mean that we're not in go mode.
That is so weird. It is so weird to be in Bombos Go mode.
Yeah, it's probably more aggravating than weird.
Well, it's weird as a viewer and
yes, it's
terrifying
it's very
as a player.
Entertaining and hilarious for us, but
yeah, it's a troll seed.
Yes, you really hate probably being in go mode and then finding out that you're not in go mode.
Yeah,
and Chex doesn't actually know that yet, that he's not in go mode, I believe.
He's probably smart enough to know that it's possible that he needs a fire source.
Yes.
I certainly wouldn't be, but I believe in Chex.
I would not be surprised to learn that anyone would forget. I've definitely forgotten myself at times, but Chex is definitely one of the people I would trust to not make a mistake. Yeah, Buyer is doing a lot of this.
Buyer grabbed the smith. He doesn't have the mirror. He's just doing that. I guess it's not too bad with the flute, but still a little surprising.
It is a little weird. But he already did village, so he has no reason to go up.
Yeah, true. Ooh, that's a very nice find. Yeah, Chex is pretty likely to get that, depending on other stuff.
Well, if he finds a more comfortable go mode, well, go mode at all, but if the game becomes more comfortable for him, that's a check I wouldn't be surprised to see him skip. But it is kind of on the way to, well, it's not on the way to Maya when we have Fluid and Mitts.
No, but if you, I guess since he already did Hype Cave and stuff, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It seems like you check Meyer, you go, ugh, I don't have Quake, fine, I'll go check other stuff in the area. And then you go find it.
True.
But, also maybe not.
it's really hard to say what checks might be done or not done in no logic. Everyone has their own different touch on routing and different priorities on different checks.
Fire continuing. Oh, probably no. He's
Probably
going.
Baron Fairy
Yeah, sure. It's a good play.
with the Smith. Normally that's not possible because the red bomb would kill the Smith.
That makes sense. I mean, it is a pretty large bomb. It probably kill most people.
It should probably kill Link, or at least do
Yeah.
some damage. Like normal bombs do to Link.
Yeah. Mitz full Smith.
You don't normally see this in no logic because normally nobody ever does the Smith chain.
It's not very good most of the time.
Yeah. Check's getting his bad news. We'll see if he gets the sword.
I don't know why else he'd be going outside. I guess he could be going up to Fu. No, he already did Fu.
It's vaguely in the area, but...
Yeah. I don't want to go to Skullwoods here, do you? I guess it's looking kind of tempting. I would be thinking about GT at this point, I think.
Yeah, GT is looking a lot better for checks because he hasn't been to Dark Death Mountain yet. MrByer has already done Super Bunny, One Chest in Oakshot Cave, and Ice Armors.
Well, I was just thinking he would go into the front of GT.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do from the front, especially with the cane. If you're comfortable doing some West Samaria stuff, it opens up basically everything in the dungeon. I'm not sure if checks is. It's also a little annoying to do that without the mirror, but we'll see. You can get a lot even without the West Samaria shenanigans.
He can also hover, so Hookshot Cave is a little more appealing for him than for Byer, although Byer did grab the one chest in it.
I am very worried about something useful being in Hookshot Cave.
I'm worried that Chex is going to rescue the dwarf right now. Oh my god.
We're seeing 2 blacksmith grabs. Will we see purple chests there?
No. Not
the
without
true cursed check. It looks like Byer is now making the Eastern / Maya play. Chex did Eastern, but he didn't go to Maya. I guess he didn't know that he wanted to go just flute there, see if he could get in normally.
Yeah. Meyer without the medallion is something we can do, but you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it even with hookshot, and you want to do it way less without hookshot.
Yeah, for sure. The medallion was Maya became a much smaller problem with hook pushing, but the fact that it's still a problem with hook pushing is kind of a bit of a statement. It was such a problem.
Fire is not quadrant glitching.
Yeah. He doesn't have the picky, so he can't do the cool quadrant glitch.
Yeah, you're right.
Route. He would have to just death warp.
Hey, look, I called it. Chex is going to the front of GT.
Wow.
Don't you wish you hadn't doubted me?
We'll see moving forward. Yeah, it's a lot of items here. He doesn't have good dungeons to beat right now, so just go to the place that has 100 items in it.
Yeah, they're not probably super fun to get right now, honestly, but...
Yeah, it's true.
You can get 7 items really easily, and any more than that starts to be a pain.
Yeah, any more than that, and you really start wishing you set up the West Samaria stuff.
Yeah, I don't know that stuff, so I'll take your word for it.
He can do the right side stuff and continue to ice hammers that way. It's really painful though, because you would have to do the bomb jump.
It's not really painful.
It's mostly the painful part is the trap room without bombos. The room is really slow.
That's fair.
Check setting up a death warp, so he's planning on continuing.
This might be an accidental death warp.
Yes, he death warped too soon, too greedily, and too deep.
He death warped not wisely, but too well.
Yes. Well, no, we did the well a lot earlier. now.
You're right.
that
I'm so sorry.
He's not getting the Stealth Reserve chests now. I wonder
No,
if he'll do those
you can't go back after that
last.
happens to you.
He might just go back last and then not Death Warp at all.
That's also good.
Yeah, the problem with getting to Stealth's room there is because he's actually in the room with the pits, and with no hookshot, he has to hover. It didn't look like he was in that room, but he was. So he would have to hover over the pits, and he failed enough times that he died because he set up the death wall. Hera Big Key for Buyer is actually a pretty good time save. He doesn't have to do the YB from pod. And
that
he
is
has
handy.
the Hera Small Key to unlock Swamp if necessary.
Yeah, I forget where you got that, but it's definitely one of the better small
behind
keys.
Ice Armors.
So I guess Chex will
potentially
get
in
that soon.
Chex's round, yeah. If he can make it through this trap room.
You
It's
activated
impossible.
my trap room.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, it is actually impossible to do this room with this few hearts. He is going to die.
It's possible, yeah. Ooh. He has like one and a half maybe failures left. Taking the spike hit, I don't like that. Okay, I think he's good for the bomb jump. If he doesn't get grabbed, he might. Yeah, okay.
Did he get 1.0'd?
No, he actually he did, yes. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh my god, that was not scary, and Chex was safe.
Chex knows what he's doing at any given point in time.
I agree.
Hitters become so much harder to deal with when they kill you in one hit.
Yeah.
They become so much cleverer and so much faster.
Oh, good at fairy.
Oh,
Now we're not in Oko anymore.
Yeah, almost more excited about the fairy than the bottle that it came in, but
Yeah, we can triple YBA to Armos now.
yay. Except he's already killed Armos.
Listen. Didn't he get the blue cane? Oh, maybe that was Buyer that got the blue cane.
Yeah, Buyer just got it from Maya.
Oh, okay. Because this room is also terrifying.
Yeah, we might not be having a fairy for very long. Oh no, Bio. He at least didn't open the chest. Or try to open the chest. He made the walk, but didn't talk.
Something's missing. The big key?
Oh no, Chex. Just hover it. Hover the room.
I don't know how to complete this room without taking 1,000,000 damage or having an invincibility item. Alright, I just learned. Alright, I forgot again.
Just hover down there. It's so easy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't cheat.
There's a handful of ways of doing it with damage, but doing it without damage is a surprising mystery that we haven't figured out because no one ever does this room.
Right. Chex does not have the GT big key.
Oh, MrByer is getting his Maya prize. This is actually pretty cool. He's gonna get the Maya prize without killing Vitreous.
That's cool. Yeah, good idea. Well, the Meyer big key is potentially good if we find Quake.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't the Maya prize. This is the Eastern prize.
Oh, that's less cool. But it is a crystal, so, you know.
Yeah. It's just a little annoying because most of the ways that involve getting to Armors come from Eastern anyway. Okay, he's not even getting the crystal, which I kind of like. He's gonna go down and I guess just unlock Swamp. He has one key, which I guess he got from a pot in Maya. I think he opened a chest key actually of this dungeon.
Nice.
So he's gonna use the Eastern small key that he got from a chest to unlock Swamp.
The Eastern small key that he got from a chest in Meyer.
Yes.
in
Obvious.
Eastern.
Yes. In the Eastern lobby with the fire snakes.
Chex is going to do a North Samaria here.
Yes. This will get into random.
Yeah.
He did get the Hera small key, which is potentially useful.
Mm-hmm.
Although MrByer is not using it yet. Here's random room.
And you can actually continue from here, although it doesn't make any sense for Chex. Chex is now going to bomb himself and then go, oh, I forgot about the fairy.
Yes. That is almost
He's going to say, dang it, and
Here
shake
we
his
go.
head on stream.
Ooh.
Nice Quake. He remembered.
Oh my god, he actually remembered.
What a gamer.
He's so good at this game.
It's unreal.
He's
Eastern big key in Eastern. That's gone.
I think he has it.
No, I think it's gone. Isn't it?
I guess we'll find out. I think he has it. If he does have it, it's quite a big time save over what Chex did.
It's gone, but oh yeah, because he has it for now. He has it until he leaves the dungeon, I think, or something like that. I don't know. Okay, Rando really screws with getting keys in different dungeons.
He is death walking though. Regardless of whether he was doing that because of the big key or not, he's gonna have a
what is
faster path. He's going to Starfish Room. He's done the door juke again.
Yeah, but he laid a bomb and then walked under it and got bombed southwards.
Oh, that was probably so that. No, I don't know. Oh, well, he got a refill. I was thinking that it might have been to make sure that his bombs, if he placed bombs down again, that they would not.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It looked like a. I don't know what it was. Maybe he was trying to do a bomb jump with no Q, and where he couldn't see the bomb.
He did not get the fire rod there, so the hunt continues. Quake is really, really nice. He's about to go do Maya.
Yeah, he can just do Meyer. He has the big key and the red cane and the medallion.
Mm-hmm. MrByer is using his big key here to resync after the Duke. That's pretty nice.
No, he's using it to go to Armos.
Yeah, but he did the Duke and walked through the door because he had the big key. Still no fire rod. We still have a lot of dense places to check, but we're kind of running out of really good ones.
What do you think is next? You could go to Pendant Turtle Rock, which is probably the densest.
Yeah.
You could, trust in the heart of the cards and go to Ice Palace.
Yeah. Ice Palace and Turtle Rock are kind of the two big ones right now. Ice Palace is not as bad as it sounds. We don't have access to 0 items in there. But it does feel really bad to go there and then find a cold stare killing mechanism.
We have access to all but one item, I think.
Yes, we can do everything. We figured out how to do everything but cold stare. We actually can't do the map chest, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, we don't have a hammer.
We can do everything but the map chest and cold stare currently. Although I'm not sure if Chex actually practiced any of the ways of doing Breezel chest.
No, but I'm sure he could just do it.
He definitely knows how. All
feel.
the videos I saw of how to do it were from him playing, so I'm sure he knows, but knowing how and actually being able to do it is two different things. But yeah, we'll see. MrByer has some
there's
so we expect Chex to be doing any new checks. Chex will do checks.
That's still funny.
Maya will do Maya at some point.
Oh, good one.
But yeah, well, I guess it's only really just Hera, and then he's caught up. He has Landmer, but Landmer will probably come later. So it's very quick. well, ish, to get that with the flute. Hopefully he will hold on to his desert prize, which Chex did not.
Well, right, that'll be good.
It's
Has
far
not.
from necessary, but
Yeah,
he'll
Byer
speed
has
him.
not done any of Meyer completion stuff. Like he opened checks, but he didn't kill Vitreous or get the prize.
Yes. If he ends up
So-
in GT, then he will get Quake, and it will be simple for him, but
Right, but then he'll have to spend all that time in GT.
yes. Also, this is a check that Byer was not able to do. Just a map. Not even a good one. By correctly remembering to go to the middle. This is the Hera prize, so it drops in the middle.
Every other prize that you collect in the Hera arena drops in the top right, and normally the Hera prize drops after killing Moldorm. But if you kill Moldorm from another dungeon and then re-enter Hera to get it, it's very easy to go to the wrong place.
Typically, any prize you get from Hera drops in the middle of the super tile instead of in the sub tile that you're in because of the layout, which can make it a problem in sometimes in situations where you want to get the prize elsewhere. Okay, we're seeing attempt at a conveyor. I don't think that worked.
I'm not sure why. Where do you think he wants to go?
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Is he gonna do his
I guess Laser Bridge?
stupid Liz, which is one option? He could do his silly Skullwoods thing where you wrong walk, but there's no way that that's better than. Okay,
I don't know that thing. It's a swamp? No, that's on the left side of the mountain, I think.
I think he would.
What?
Oh, he teleported? Or he got a weird jump? That happens. I don't know why, but it happens sometimes. When you jump, like... Because he jumped
I think
down to the mountain, but he didn't get the full... He's not, like, desynced or anything.
Yeah, I think he's...
The camera was just weird. He was desynced briefly when he looked like he was still up there.
Yeah. I guess he just doesn't like doing the teleport into the mountain to get across to East F Mountain.
Maybe he wants to do Mimic Cave,
but he went in the cave and lost his.
This looks like
conveyor.
Mimic Cave.
Maybe he just didn't expect to get the teleport and got scared and confused and fixed it by going in a door.
This is Mimic Cave. He's actually doing it.
I mean, this is pretty cool.
It's cool, but it's a really slow single check that is completely isolated.
I don't think it's highly optimal, but I do like it.
I
for being
don't think
cool.
either, but if it finds a fire rod, then he's a genius.
Oh, it's a fetch quest.
Potentially.
Wouldn't it be funny if that were like the mushroom on the second chest of Castle Tower?
That would be very funny, except he already seems to have one Castle Tower key. So you would have already had access to it.
I take it back.
I'm so sorry.
It is good for Swamp, potentially, that's true.
Yes. Especially because he is probably unable to do the fake clipper.
Do we know, I think Swamp is a pendant.
Do we know that? It kind of looks like we do know that, now that we got a crystal from Maya.
Check's facing the bat.
He
must be
disappointed.
He must be feeling like he's behind.
Really behind, yeah. He needs to cut corners, save some time. We'll have words about that, I'm sure.
Byer is going to desert. Byer
is land mode kill, probably. We'll see if he collects the prize. He doesn't.
I think Byer might
know.
open the door.
Yeah, he already opened a small key door, so the key is not a problem for him.
Yeah, I just want you to brace yourself, because I know that's upsetting to you.
It's alright. I've been hurt so many times.
Chex is going...
Purple chest?
tree warp something? Is this really purple chest? It can't live like this.
I guess we just decided to do purple chest and mimic cave instead of tunnel rock.
Okay, sure. I mean, I guess it's a
if any
meta
of these-
thing, right?
If any of these checks are fire rod or bombers, they're like very close to finishing the seed, like 15 minutes away from finishing the seed.
These
That
have
might
a
be
moderate.
consideration.
These checks are like, okay, there's a small chance that you feel like a huge genius and you win by 1,000,000 years. But you could get 100 checks in Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave and Turtle Rock all at once instead of doing this. So I can't
like
really
a
condone this behavior.
99% chance that you lose a minute and a half. 1% chance that you immediately win the race.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't know. It's fun to take those kind of gambles. I don't think it's optimal, though.
Yeah. Especially with Pendant Tunnel Rock, it feels a little strange that we're not already inside it.
Yeah, it's so easy to just dip a pendant dungeon because, like, who cares if you can't finish it? You don't need to finish it. Just go and do it.
We're never killing Trinex in the seed ever. So
yeah.
Just go do every single check that isn't Trinex. Well, we can't do the big chest.
Okay. No, there's no way to kill. I was trying to come up with a reason to kill Trinex, but I don't think it's possible.
Silvers, because Gan is too hard.
Well, I was thinking, okay, you go to Laser Bridge, you find Fire Rod. You think, okay, what's the fastest thing for me to do? All right, I could kill Trinex, warp to the front of the dungeon, and kill Aga 2 immediately. Maybe that's the fastest way to get to Aga 2. But it doesn't even help if you have the Moon Pearl already. Like, who cares?
Yeah. It's
Fire is heading to Swamp, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in terms of checks that aren't fire or bombers, Bayer does have things that he wants. He wants flippers or hookshot.
Yeah.
For swamp. He doesn't want to do the painful swamp dupe that checks will never have to do because he can do fake flippers.
Yeah, so getting the prize, I guess we can talk about this a little. Getting the prize out of Swamp is a pretty big pain. Killing Argus is not a problem at all with the red cane, or even with 2 bottles, it's not a problem. Getting the prize out of Swamp is really hard, though, because first room is full of water.
To get the prize of a dungeon, you have to get to a boss arena with a boss Ted, and you have to be in that dungeon state. And most of the only way to do that is to enter the dungeon from its entrance, and the entrance of Swamp has water in the way that we can't cross with normal fake flippering. So
we can cross it, we just can't get back out of it.
Yes.
And
so in terms of doing things in Swamp State, you have to either do fake clippers, which is a kind of obnoxious setup.
Alright, Tam, Momo is reminding us of something important.
Oh, yes. We are done. Momo is not. We don't have the swamp problem in the seed because it's a pendant.
I don't know if Bayer should know that or not.
He doesn't know that yet until he beats Maya.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It's going to be a while away because he doesn't have a medallion.
Chex really doesn't want to go into Turtle Rock.
It's defensible if he fake flippers back, which I think he's doing.
That would be sick.
He's not doing it.
Oh, he was thinking about it too. Did you see how slow that save and quit was?
This is difficult to watch.
I might be lying. That might have been a normal speed save and quit. I might be reading too much into it.
Yeah. But I don't really know.
Is this Ice Palace and Pray?
You can also just do Skullwoods and Pray. That's also a decent option.
Yeah, I think that's probably better than Ice Palace and Pray, honestly.
MrByer looks like he's doing Skullwoods and Pray right now.
Alright, yeah, I like this. And Chex is doing Ice Palace and Pray. Alright, well this is pretty likely to decide the race.
It's possible, yeah. We could also find 2 separate fire rods.
We could find 2 separate fire rods. And if neither of them find anything, then Chex is still just basically a Meyer ahead.
Yeah. A Meyer and essentially a GT clear ahead.
Right, a bunch of checks that Meyer might get away with never doing, but that'll slow him down by having to do Meyer differently.
Something that's also interesting is if one of them finds a fire rod and one of them finds a hookshot, that can kind of be a little bad for whoever finds the fire rod. Although there's not a lot that we actually need hook pushing for at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it solves the swamp problem that we don't have. But
yes, it solves a lot of problems that we don't actually have, unfortunately.
Neither Ice Palace nor Skullwoods are sped up more by hook pushing than they are by being able to complete them.
Yes. But Buyer's gonna have a lot of problems with MrByer, because if he wants to do it normally, he's gonna have to go to GT, and he has a lot less incentive to go to GT with Ice almost done.
Fire is not getting Bridge Chest. SMH. I think I'm the only one who does that.
It would not have been awful, actually.
I think it's pretty good, although worse without Mirror.
Yeah, that's the big problem.
Oh!
Oh my god.
We did it! Huge gaming.
We actually got a fire rod. That could be, depending on which Chex's next options are, that could be really big, but it could also just be that the next place Chex goes to is Skullwoods, and then he will be in the lead.
I think if Chex does Skullwoods right now, not right now, but after Ice Palace, he's a whole Ice Palace clear behind, but I think he's enough ahead in other ways that he probably still has a small edge.
I mean, the problem for Byer is doing Maya right now is just really, really difficult, and since he doesn't actually know that it's a crystal, he might do Swamp or Pop or
He's not doing Swamp first.
They're both pretty obnoxious. Maya's probably the least obnoxious, but it's gonna take Baya probably longer to do Medallionless Maya. If any step goes wrong, then it is for him to just go to GT and get Quake.
Yeah, but is he gonna do that, or is he gonna do Medallionless Maya?
If he does it quickly, I think it might be quicker, because actually getting to the Quake is not easy with no hammer.
And not knowing makes... I mean, he's probably just going to be in go mode now, right? Like, he's not going to say, I'm going to go look everywhere for Quake.
Yeah. Chex is actually doing this. I think he's doing the freeze-all chest.
Oh, is he? I don't know how to do this, except I saw a quadrant glitch in the tall ice
He's
room.
gonna jingle glitch, I think. And the jingle glitch will despawn all the sprites, so that when he goes to the freeze-all chest room, it will just give him a chest. So he needs to wait for
I'm entranced.
the frame before the door will open, which is when he sees the skull thing from killing the enemies, and then he'll go up the stairs at the same time that the door opens. I think
Did we get it?
Hard
I
to
don't have
tell
audio,
without the
so I
audio,
don't know.
yeah. If he got it, all the sprites will be despawned, and he will be capable of just getting the chest.
That's good.
Yeah, he's got it. This is a very newly discovered application of Jingle Glitch, so it's very, very important that we do it as soon as possible.
That's also true. I didn't think about that.
And the
Hookshot on Moth, that's disgusting.
That is really, really big for MrByer.
Okay. Fire is winning.
This is
maybe
the kind of thing that he really, really needed to have a chance in this race. And depending on where Chex goes,
I'm nervous about what Chex just cooks up to.
Blue Persian, which is interesting. I don't know what he's doing. Swamp? Oh, Dark Cross. Dark Cross with 13 hearts and blue mail is a lot of fun.
He's just gonna save and quit after, I guess. There's no way he's walking into snakes for 10 minutes. Okay, not no way, but seems unlikely.
See, I'm hoping Buyer has a potion for doing cold stay with. He can't do it without a potion. Well,
Sure
he can hook push, but
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to.
I don't know if he knows that. It's a pretty complicated setup.
Yeah, he also doesn't have beams right now, so.
Actually, that's not true. He can do very easy setup because he has.
Oh
mids.
yeah, he can do the.
I mean,
the
very
baby
easy
hook
is
push.
maybe a slight stretch, but yeah, he doesn't have to work super
I would
hard.
rather just try a YBA at least once first. But yeah, one of the things about the hookshot is that it makes Swamp a lot easier for MrByer, and MrByer doesn't know that he doesn't need to do Swamp. But thankfully, it's not going to be a very long trip. He's going to go to Swamp, he's going to hook push, he's going to get a Bandit, and then he's going to have to figure out Maya. It'll be like delayed by 2 minutes.
I mean, 2 minutes is a big fraction of the rest of this
It's
race,
a lot.
but
In
Chex is
terms of
going to
things
Turtle
that are
Rock,
a lot,
so
yes. This is a lot as well,
yeah.
this Turtle Rock trip. He does get to go to the middle, which I think is slightly quicker, because he also gets to do the big chest, but he also, has no
also
mirror.
just found the big key, I think.
Which is why you want to go to the middle.
Yeah.
He doesn't have... Oh no! You have Kane, MrByer. You have Kane! No. Oh, the map of Myra is there. Okay, he remembered. Yeah. He's gonna have to do a lot of death warping. He doesn't actually need this key. He has so many keys. But
He needs to die, though.
yes, he doesn't need to die, which... These guys are very good at killing. He still wants the key for some reason. But...
I think just because he's there, but I don't know.
MrByer has to do a spin one game.
I thought you said he doesn't have a potion. Did you lie to me?
I said I didn't know if he had a potion. He does have a potion. I knew, I told you.
Is he going to Tam Slam?
Hopefully. It's quite difficult and it's very annoying because it's an auto door, and it's an auto door that you have to open each time.
Yeah, because the
tongue statue.
Stupid berries get in your way every time.
Yes, and they are very... You always think like, oh, I'll just leave them. They're not going to fly directly into the doorway and make my life miserable. And then they fly into the doorway and make your life miserable.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then you split them up so that they're impossible to hit, but then they hit you. He does get the YB though.
He does not Tam Slam.
No Tam Slam. I think we figured out at one point that it's very easy to not bother with the Tam Slam, but...
What do you mean?
Like the... I don't know, someone bothered to actually look at the other movements, and it wasn't that difficult.
Oh, I didn't know we thought it was difficult.
Well, I did, which is why I came up with the Tam Slam.
I like the Tam Slam because there we go.
Oh my god.
That is really bad for Chex, actually.
That is really bad for Chex. He's gonna have a much more difficult time doing scolds. He can't hook push to Mothula because the hookshot is on Mothula.
Well, he's gonna find the Fire Rod in Skullwits, but he's gonna.
Is he?
Yeah. I don't. Well, what do you think he's gonna do?
He's gonna do Ice Palace first.
Yeah.
And then he might just go to Skullwoods and just get the prize, which is not going to involve going to the room that had the Fire Rod in it.
Then how's he gonna kill? You think he's coming from
If he
Swamp
does
to kill Moth?
Yeah, I mean, if he's just gonna start boom rooting, it makes a lot of sense to do the checks on the way to getting the prize, because...
Dude, I don't know if even Chexhuman is like, oh, yeah, I would love to do a double YBA door juke to Moth instead of opening any more chests.
It's not as bad as you might think, but opening chests is not the worst. It's true. Okay, Buyer's doing Swamp, so this is going to be some bad news for him.
Good for keeping it even, though.
Obviously, when you do Swamp, you flute to 6, You go to the mine area.
I mean, honestly, I don't understand why he went to the Dark World. The way to check this is to defeat Lamo, or to defeat Argus from Desert, I think.
You got the Desert Prize.
He did? Oh, I didn't notice. Okay.
Yeah. Sleigh block. Tragic.
Fire getting off grid there, which is not recommended. But
I've seen a lot of
fine.
people do this and never get punished for it.
Yeah, it's possible to get punished, but not super likely.
This is pendant. It's very tragic, but at least it means he doesn't have to kill Cold Stare. I mean, August. Chex is gonna have to kill Cold Stare. Slightly slower because of bombos.
Well, phase 1 is slightly slower. Fire didn't get the quick kill.
Slightly, it's quite a lot slower. But
how much slower is it?
I don't know the number, but it feels like bombos takes forever to actually cast. So we'll see what Chex does regarding Skullwards. As for Bayer, he only has to figure out Maya at this point. So, and he kind of doesn't have any good checks on the way to either Vitreous or the Maya Crystal. Actually getting to to Vitreous is not super easy to do. I think he's going to be hook pushing from Escape, which is one of the best ways. Or from Castle Tower. Are we going to see the cool touch there thing? Hopefully.
To kill Vitreous?
Yeah.
Looks like no. Don't think you go in this room to do that.
Maybe we're just gonna hook push to MrByer from Castle Tower, but we don't have a big key. So we're gonna have to do more hook pushing.
Chex is gonna get his fire rod, by the way.
Yes. He's gonna get a little delay because he's doing the same route that Bayer did. He's continuing. This is surely just hook pushing to Maya, but I don't know which room he's going to.
We do it from Circle of Pots,
or
from Red Alert, I think.
He's probably just doing the spin YBA, but climbing to get there instead of anything else.
That works too, yeah. You can do hook pushes to skip parts, to skip some of the climb, but it's whatever.
Yeah. I guess he's. This is like one of the ways of getting to Vitreous that has a check on the way. Maybe he thinks he'll just luck into Quake or something. But
True.
Check's about to get his fire rod. Which is
yeah, fire rod is right here, and Moth has hook shot. Chex will probably not hook push, which is really depressing.
He could hook push to Agatu.
He might, yeah.
It's unlikely with the key, but yeah, he's shown off before he can show off again.
Mm-hmm. So I guess Chex is in the lead, yeah, because
at this point it's
this whole dupe.
Very difficult to imagine Chex losing. Bayer getting the Maya Medallion is not going to be very quick, and that's even if he's completely successful.
With hook pushing, it's not the worst, but yeah, it's, you know,
it's still quite slow.
3
I think
minutes
he needs
or 4 minutes
another
or something.
potion. I don't know if he has a potion for it at the moment.
What would he need a potion for? Oh, getting. Oh, you mean an actual potion?
Yeah.
To get from Pod to Hera, but he doesn't need that if he knows the Doge tech.
That is much slower than buying a Persian.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it is. Because it's like all the stuff you have to do to fix your camera is like not super great. Because if you're doing the YBA, you just like fall all the way straight to Beatles and then do the stuff. This checks his hookshot. He might have some words about that. Not sure. But yeah, that's his 7th crystal, which means that it's time for the GT Picky guessing game.
Okay, I guess that it's in Turtle Rock Big Chest.
It's an interesting guess.
Wasn't that where it was? I don't know. We saw it somewhere.
He got my map from Turtle Rock Big Chest.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, we saw it somewhere. I don't know.
We saw it, but I don't remember where.
It was after he left GT.
Yeah. No, he's just gonna do one of many different glitches that get him straight to Agatu.
Right. Some kind of lava dive from Turtle Rock. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be in North STC.
Probably. That's, I think, by far the quickest.
But he could show off.
He could. There are many options for showing off. Yeah, this is the first step of Byer's My Crystal collection. It's coming from Pod. He needs to swap his dungeon ID to that of MrByer. That's done through a door in Escape, but the dungeon that he needs to swap from is Pod, so we start here, and he's gonna have to make his way to Escape. The easiest and quickest way is this YBA wrong warp takes you to Hera, and then there's a clip that we do in the Beetle room that goes to Escape. And the door that we have to go through is actually closed normally. That would be a problem, but with hook pushing we can just ignore any door, so it doesn't actually matter.
So he'll be getting the crystal around the time Chex is finishing the game.
Probably, yeah.
Then I'll have to do Agatu and Ganon, or perhaps he won't bother, depending on how he's feeling today.
Which is ultimately not a very big gap.
No, this is a very close race.
Chex just kind of did the first half of the seed very well, and then even though we took a little longer to get to the fire rod, it was okay because it wasn't in too awful a location. It was kind of mostly on the path once he had bombers at least, and that led into the hook shot.
Byer's showing off his new knowledge of double misslotted hook shots.
Yes.
That is not a double misslotted hook shot.
I guess so. He didn't get pulled. Maybe he just didn't travel far enough. These rats are so annoying. That one is misslotted. He should just pick up this part so that he doesn't accidentally hit it, but
That'd be
fine.
funny.
He gets there.
And then now we're in Meyer and Hera.
Yes.
But we're in Meyer
obviously.
State, so we can just go get the prize.
Yeah, so now when we get to a boss arena, we just get the prize. Oh no! That's
Oh
ridiculous.
boy.
But Chex is done, he's killed Cannon. So get your GG's in for Chex.
GG Chex. And we'll see if Chex wants to join us or not. Fire unfortunately has to redo all of that nonsense from Pod and Hera and Hook pushing through the door and everything.
It's so annoying to fail any single step of this because it's a very long process.
It
Right.
doesn't feel good. The whole time you're
No.
doing this, you're like, my opponent definitely has the medallion. This is so bad. I feel so bad. I hate doing this. Having to do it twice is not fun. GG checks.
Yeah, GG checks.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
So what
Congrats
do you think of this?
on the win. Go ahead.
Okay. You stopped being audible.
Oh, okay.
Now
Can
you're
you hear
back.
me? I'm
Yeah.
back. Oh, I don't know what happened. Okay. Hello.
Hello. What thoughts do you have?
I don't think I made very good decisions. Should have gone to Skullwoods a long time ago.
I think going to ice was fine. I probably would have gone to Skullwoods first, and Bayer did too, but I don't think that guessing ice is like that bad. The main thing that I don't understand was the purple chest play.
Well, I certainly had the opportunity to go to Skullwoods at that point.
Yeah, true.
Well, it's it's the purple chest and no logic. Why not do it once? Once in a tournament.
Fair. Bayer went very far out of his way around the same time you were doing purple chest. Bayer went very far out of his way to do Mimic Cave, Overworld Conveyor.
Oh, nice.
So it kind of came out in the wash. You both got nothing from your slow, weird one-off checks. Yeah. So Bayer found Fire Rod and obviously Hookshot a little bit before you, but never got Quake, and so is having to do this stuff. He also just got to the end of this process and then soft locked on Harapot, which is really sad.
Yeah, using the Quake was a little painful for MrByer. He also, it felt, in the first half of the seed, when it seemed like everything was going to be nice and quick, it felt like you were doing things a little more quickly, so you had kind of a head start on the eventual Fire Rod hunt.
Yeah. It was really a firepower hunt. I was kind of in technical go mode. Even without Hookshot or Fire Rod. I just really didn't want to do a double YBA from Swamp to get to Mothia.
Yeah, there was definitely the potential
I think
to not
Bayer
even
is
get
just
the Fire
standing
Rod.
too far away from the
Yeah, I
thing
don't
he's
think
trying
he's
to
actually
hook.
hitting the torch.
Yeah, he realizes now.
Running out of. Hopefully, he has a Persian. I mean, he can do Kano pushing.
I don't know.
doesn't
He
actually-
seems to always stuck push whenever it's at all possible. I think he doesn't like cane
Well-
pushing.
You can stuck push with the cane
That's true.
like this.
Nice timer.
Yeah, you managed to finish the seed in a very impressive time. Ice Road Bumbo seed the Quake.
So with this win, you are into the losers finals against Krithel, who I believe is the person who put you into the losers bracket.
Yeah. It's certainly a toss up. I was able to take a game from Grithel, but Grithel proved to be the better player in the first round, so it's pretty funny. I'm looking forward to it.
That you guys are on pretty opposite schedules, so I hope you can get your runs scheduled soon because I want to watch them. I don't know if you've thought about that at all.
Haven't.
Krithel is in Pacific time. All right, I just am lying. Don't listen to me at all.
So, yeah. So, we'll schedule soon, hopefully. But it's up to Krithel. I understand if there's a little wait.
Oh yeah, you did the new cool thing, the jingle glitch.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're the first.
Sweet.
You win.
Okay, I'll make an emote out of it.
Yeah, do it. Oh, what's collection? That was pretty high collection. I'm gonna guess 154.
169.
Nice.
Yeah, not a lot of the game that you didn't do.
Yeah, I felt kind of like I was
Basically,
guessing too low.
Swamp is the main thing.
Yeah, front of TR, top of GT. But Skullwood's bridge chest. Bumper ledge.
Fire looked at Bumper Ledge on his way to Skullwoods. I don't remember what it was, so it was nothing. This was a seed where flippers would have been really nice if Swamp hadn't turned out to be a pendant. We never saw those. Never saw Mirror.
No hammer, so I wonder
Right.
where the other fire rod was and where the hammer was.
Yeah, a couple holdouts. I just realized you had Gold Sword. How did you get Gold Sword?
I don't remember.
Okay, fair. Probably a nice palace. Oh boy, yeah.
That reminds me of the absolutely sickest play you made the whole seed, which was remembering that you had the fairy before the death warp.
Oh yeah, God Gaming.
Yeah, it was on my mind in Rando Room. I just had to do it.
Oh, what a huge downward facing Ganon.
I forgot about the despawn of the tile set, the tile room enemy. I should have remembered to do that. So that is the tile room skip, basically, that you can do with an East Samaria. Yeah.
I'm not convinced that that's faster, but I'm probably just wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, especially without mirror. I'm not sure.
Right. Alright, Buyer's into phase 4 now. Sorry, gone.
It's like you have to do the glitch if you can.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Buyer gonna have the 3-3 Ganon.
Silver's Luscan. Oh no!
Oh no, Buyer.
I missed it. Did Buyer miss one or not have enough?
I think he missed one, and then he missed a spin and fell, and then he forfeit. GG's to Buyer.
On top
Really
of
good
it.
race until it all kind of started going badly at the end. But
Yeah,
it was
GG's.
looking pretty close. But then you just had to clear both players just had to clear so much that by the time Buyer got the fire rod, it was Chex's next location anyway.
And another seed with another fire rod. MrByer would have had a much better time of it.
Yeah. If he had found Quake somewhere, like if it hadn't been in GT where he never went to, then he would have been right on your heels. But you know, a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda, a lot of what ifs. A lot of ways the seed could have gone the other way.
Sure.
Looks like Buyer will be joining us in a moment. He's in the waiting room. Hello, GG.
GG.
GG's.
Sounds like we both got the fire rod and Skullwoods pretty late.
Yeah. Looks like you found Quake though.
Yeah, that was in Rando Room, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Seed. We sort of thought, like 10 minutes into the seed, that you were practically in good mode already, which obviously didn't actually end up being true. But what were some of the things that you were thinking about the seed?
Me? Well, I
Oh,
needed
Chex.
a fire source for ice, which was the main thing. And I also wanted fire rod for Skullwoods or hookshot, which ended up being on Mothula, so you kind of had to commit to fireless Skullwoods.
Yeah, I feel like the missing fire rod's always in Ice Palace or Skullwoods. Now we have another missing fire rod to find.
That's true. Oh, look, 165. All right, well, Chex won, but I won in Price is Right rules.
Oh, GG.
I don't know what happened at the end with that Haripot. I don't think I've ever messed up Haripot like that.
You must have just gotten a bad input or something. I think you pressed up before left is how you make that happen.
That might be a Phantom Diagonal, because I distinctly remember pressing left.
Yeah,
Or at
it's
least-
probably just a controller thing.
But unsurprising, it's never happened until now, during like literally the most important part.
Yeah, pretty crushing. I would have felt really bad at that moment.
I don't remember what the time was when that happened.
Chex was like finishing it, and at that point, it was not the race decider.
Yeah, I think it was around 138. Yeah, okay. But it still feels bad.
For sure.
Especially at the end of the huge Maya dupe sequence.
Yeah, and the second my second attempt used more arrows than expected. So I didn't have enough for I had exactly enough for Gan, and then one of my inputs got eaten.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. You did an incredible job at the beginning of this seed of deftly avoiding every single item for a really long time.
How about Moon Pearl? That was a sick kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have the bottles at that point.
Yeah, your first bottle was
almost nothing for
fairly
like
late.
10 minutes.
And it was really annoying mid game because like there weren't really good places to go. And the two dungeons I needed to figure out left were the two hardest dungeons to scout.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of a weird seed. Really friendly up front, and then just no fire source, no hookshot, nothing for a really long time.
Yeah, no flippers, no mirror.
Yeah.
Can't get around.
Where did Bombos end up being?
Oh, Laser Bridge.
Oh. I was thinking of going to Turtle Rock after Skullwoods. I
That was
just probably wasn't going to G2 though.
That was going to be how I could technically finish, but just searching around in Skullwoods got me Fire Rod. And I was pushed toward TR because I got the big key of TR from the Freezor chest. I was able to despawn Freezors.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah, first use of that new tech, I'm pretty sure. Well, all right. GG's. Do anyone have anything else they want to talk about the seed or the tournament or, life?
So this is my last race. I honestly didn't expect to get this far, but I had a pretty solid losers run this tournament.
Yeah, I think you might have.
Oh yeah, you were knocked
At
out.
this point, you've
in
had
your
the
first
most
round.
matches out of anyone
Yeah,
because of so many losers bracket runs.
it was
Who
a
was
pretty
the
big
first
upset time.
What was the first round matchup?
Malmo.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
Malmo, the eventual winner of this tournament. I'm sorry for the
Yeah,
spoilers.
MrByer, the only person
Hey, no
to
time
take the game
drop.
off Malmo.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Thanks, MrByer, for showing us a ton of cool stuff in this tournament. It was really cool to watch you play.
Yeah. I still don't know whether I like No Logic or HMG better. And honestly, this series I kind of failed out of practice because I've been doing more HMG related stuff recently, and I don't think I've practiced No Logic that much. But this tournament definitely pushed me to like try to find new glitches, which was a pretty fun and rewarding experience.
Yeah, that's a whole other part of No Logic. It doesn't have to be the racing that you find most enjoyable.
Yeah, thanks for teaching us all how to quadrant glitch.
And shoutouts to Tam and Fox for teaming up for the Tam Fox comms we were hoping for previously.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. Well, I had
You
fun.
both.
I probably ruined Tam's day, but I had a good time.
It was fun. Thank you, too, of course, for putting on a really good race, and thank you, other Tom, for doing tracking. Sounds like that might be it for this race, unless either of you have any last thoughts.
No, thank you.
All right, GG's. Goodbye, everyone.
GG's.